Jai Gurudev and Namaskar. Gurudev ji, welcome. Today we are about to uncover something truly remarkable. During the Mahashivratri celebrations you organized in Bengaluru, the ancient remnants of the original Somnath Jyotirlinga, which were lost for over 1,000 years, resurfaced. This is a momentous event for the nation. Could you share with us and our viewers the significance of these relics and their rediscovery? Jai Gurudev and Namaskar. Yes, isn't it fascinating? This is indeed a significant moment for India and its people. After 1,000 years, we are able to witness the blessings of Lord Shiva once again. The Somnath Jyotirlinga, considered the first among the 12 Jyotirlingas, was destroyed by Mahmud of Ghazni many centuries ago, but now these ancient relics have re emerged and the energy they hold is simply overwhelming. It's truly a treasure that had been hidden from history but is now ready to be shared with the world. When you unveiled these relics in Bengaluru, you mentioned that ancient scriptures describe the Somnath Shivlinga as something extraordinary, that it never touched the ground and remained suspended in midair, defying gravity. Can you explain how this is possible? Yes, it is as incredible as it sounds. The Somnath Shivlinga was indeed unique, and even today it still exhibits unusual magnetic properties. In fact, I have a piece of it here. When I place a marble near it, you can see how the marble spins. This is because the Shivalinga contains a powerful energy. After analysis by geologists and archaeologists, they discovered that the relic is made up of only 2% iron, while 78% of it is composed of barium and magnesium. What's even more surprising is that the magnetic force in this relic is not polar, it's centered. This means that it doesn't behave like a typical magnet with north and south poles. Some experts have speculated that this material might not even be from our planet. It could have come from somewhere else, which makes this discovery even more astonishing. That's truly remarkable, Gurudev, but there is more to the story. History tells us that when the original Somnath Shivlinga was destroyed, it was broken into pieces and carried south. Can you shed some light on how these remnants survived and what their journey has been? Yes, the journey of these relics is a story of great devotion and perseverance. When the Shivlinga was destroyed, some pieces were carried by the devout to southern India. The family that safeguarded Yeah, the family that safeguarded these species followed very strict rituals and they preserved the relics for generations, passing them down in secrecy. In fact, in 1924, Mahant, a respected spiritual leader, instructed the family to keep it hidden for 100 years. Now it is a time for celebration as we have rediscovered the remnants of the Somnath Jyotirlinga, which was destroyed by Mahmud of Ghazni centuries ago. This lingam, the first among the 12 Jyotirlingas, has immense significance in our culture and spirituality. The fact that it has resurfaced now is a matter of great joy for the entire country. Gurudev, when you unveiled these relics during the Mahashivratri celebrations, you mentioned that the ancient scriptures described this Somnath Jyotirlinga as extraordinary, saying it never touched the ground and remained suspended in midair, defying gravity. Could you explain to us if this is indeed possible? Yes, it is truly an awe inspiring phenomenon. In fact, I have a piece of that lingam with me here. It's like a marble, and when you place it near another object, you can feel its energy. It even spins on its own. The magnetic power of the Shivalinga is remarkable. Archaeologists and geologists have analyzed it, and they found that it contains only about 2% iron but 78% barium and magnesium. Most magnets have two poles, north and south, but this one has a magnet in the center, which is quite unusual. The experts even believe it could be a material from another planet. It's incredible that something like this has been preserved for so long. That is astonishing, and it's not just a physical relic but a symbol of a rich ancient spiritual heritage. Could you tell us more about how these relics were preserved in secrecy for so many years? Absolutely, these relics have a long history. After the original Somnath Jyotirlinga was destroyed, the relics were hidden by a group of devout families. They carried the remnants on foot, traveling from Gujarat to Tamil Nadu, following very strict rituals and maintaining secrecy. For generations, they kept the relics hidden, following the instructions of Kanchi Paramchare in 1924, who advised them to not reveal them lingam for 100 years. His prediction has now come true, and these sacred relics are finally coming into the light. It's truly remarkable that these families preserved the relics for so long. And as you mentioned, the instructions were to keep them hidden until 2024. How does this tie with the spiritual and cultural revival that we are witnessing in India today? Yes, it's all interconnected. The revival of the Ram Mandir and now the unveiling of these sacred relics signal a reawakening of our civilizational pride and spiritual heritage. Kanchi Parmacharya also predicted that the Ram Mandir would be built first, and only then would it be time to reveal the relics. This timing couldn't have been more perfect. It shows the foresight and wisdom of our spiritual leaders. What we are seeing today is a resurgence of pride in our culture, our traditions, and our spiritual legacy. It's an incredible alignment of history and spirituality. How do you see this resurgence impacting the cultural fabric of the nation? Do you think it's also a reflection of a broader cultural renaissance? Absolutely. What we are witnessing is the rise of self esteem among people, a renewed respect for our traditions, music, arts, and spirituality. This resurgence is not just about religion, but about reviving our collective consciousness. We are seeing a wave of cultural renaissance where people are proud of their heritage, whether it's celebrating festivals, preserving ancient monuments, or proact or practicing age-old traditions. There is a deep connection being re-established with our roots, which is very important for the country. That's very well said, Gurudev. As we celebrate this revival, there are also discussions around relooking at certain laws, such as the Places of Worship Act. What is your take on this? Every society needs to evolve, and so do its laws. There is nothing wrong with revisiting laws that were made decades ago. Times have changed, and so have our needs. A progressive society continuously assesses what is beneficial for its people and revisits policies that may have become outdated or unfair. It's essential to keep adapting to what is best for the nation's growth and well being. Thank you, Gurudev, for that perspective. Before we conclude, I want to ask, what is your message to the people of India as we embark on this nationwide journey with the relics of the Somnath Jyotirlinga? My message is simple. It's a time for unity and celebration. The blessings of Lord Shiva are upon us. As the relics of the Somnath Jyotirlinga travel across the country from Rameshwaram to the 12 Jyotirlingas, let us come together in devotion with gratitude for the spiritual heritage that has been preserved for us. It's a moment of immense grace, and we should all feel blessed to witness this historic event. Thank you, Gurudev, for sharing your insights and for leading us in this incredible rediscovery of our ancient heritage. This is indeed a moment of pride for the nation, and we are grateful to you for bringing it to light. Yes, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you, Gurudev ji. This has truly been an enlightening conversation. The rediscovery of the Somnath Jyotirlinga relics is not just a spiritual revelation, but also a symbol of India's rich history and heritage. As these relics embark on a nationwide journey, we are reminded of the deep connection between our past and our future. Thank you once again, Gurudev. Jai Gurudev. Gurudev, as we come to the end of this profound discussion, I feel that this rediscovery is not just a historical or spiritual event, it's something that touches the hearts of millions of people. What do you believe will be the long term impacts of this on future generations? The impact of this event will be deep and far reaching. It's not just about rediscovering a relic, it's about rekindling a sense of belonging and pride in our ancient culture. When future generations see that we have preserved something so sacred for over 1,000 years, it will inspire them to stay connected to their roots and understand the value of their heritage. This event